on the link for the book Mod, visdom and retfærdighed, or in English courage, justice and mod, visdom, courage, justice and wisdom. Sorry, English. This book is it's actually 5 interviews with different leaders, great leaders in fact. You have a leader like Herbert Punde. He was one of the most successful editors of a newspaper called Politiken. You have the Crown Marshal. That's kind of the administrator of the House of King, of our Queen. You have there are different people there that I interviewed. And what I did was I had read a lot of Plato at that time, and the thing is that Plato, he defines these 3 virtues as the virtues of the leader: courage, wisdom, and justice. So I read he's written books for each wisdom, or for each virtue, and So what I did was I went to this leader, this famous, intelligent, experienced leader, and I gave them each a virtue, and I said, so Plato says that courage is like this and that. What's your take on it? And it just became like 5 interviews of the most beautiful magic. When I finished these interviews, I just felt enlightened and fulfilled, and it was so beautiful to make this book. Unfortunately, at that time, it's always the story of my life, but I had got really into a lot of politics in that time. I had the contract with a publisher called Schultz, but Schultz got taken over by another publisher called Gyldendal, and they just, the new publisher, they hated the book, and it was just it's just a lot of chaos, and I had used a lot of time on writing this book, so I wanted to finish it, and I just had a lot of fight with Gyldendal, and still have in a sense, they really screwed me over. But I finished it. It got published. It was, it went out into the stores, and it was a really something. So if you're really interested in classical philosophy, and if you want to listen, to read what the famous Danish leaders have to what reflections they have on each virtue, then it's a really good book. I wanted it to be both practical, so that you can actually have practical practical tools to change your life as a leader, but also as anybody who wants to use classical philosophy in their life, and also idealistic, right? I wanted this combination. I think that's really what Denmark is, right? Has this combination of both being practical and idealistic. That's a rare combination, and just wanted this book to be that, both idealistic and practical. I have a lot of these. I got all the books that wasn't sold. I have it here stored in my apartment. So if you want it, you can just send me an email. I can send it from my apartment. So, and you get it to a discount. It's not like I have these books on mine, so I paid for them. So you can get it pretty cheap. So if you're in for a good read, right? This could be the kind of the book that you took that you brought with you to, on a holiday. And I know businessmen are usually pretty busy, but you need to get inspired as well, right? Why not be inspired by some of the best businessmen of Denmark? Of course, this is also in Danish, so I'm sorry, it's only for Danes. But for anybody who really likes this topic of philosophy and business, this is it's also a really good read. Yeah. All right. You're invited. Please read it. To be a good person and make business is possible. This book is an example of that. People who've done it themselves. That's good. All right. Peace.